So we talked about two of a kind near, so now we're going to talk about two of a kind flank. And just like before, I'm not going to have these rehearsed. I'm just going to go ahead and dish them out. So again, we only have three kinds of possible relationships, because if you had three of a kind or three family, then obviously it'd be three of a kind, and then they're strong and receptive or strong and active based on the element. So we have ally, we have neutral, and we have contrary. Now these do a little bit different, so we want to watch what happens here. And it's what the center card does, and that kind of does a big shift, even though it's still sort of the same kind of stuff. So we've got the death card, we've got the hermit, and we have Five of Cups, disappointment. So what it is we start to move these cards in. And what it is they all go strong in this case, because they're all allied. And again, it's very much like the two of a kind near when they all go strong. They sort of commingle. And so there's an aspect of here of needing to go inside to deal with some disappointments and the changes that these bring in possible transformation for new life. So basically, probably responding to some kind of disappointment in life and needing to go inside and see how that is part of a new cycle. So, you know, cleaning that up, it'd be going inside yourself to see how current life's disappointments are an opportunity for new changes and developments in the life cycle. Because we're always evolving, always changing. Again, notice how they're very fluid and they kind of all meld together. So now let's do a neutral setup. We have the Three of Cups, abundance. We have the six lovers, and Two of Cups, love. So now also notice, subtle thing is, like, we've got cancers here, two cancers signs, and you'll see things like that. So what happens with these in this case is they both go strong because they like each other, and the significator drops down to the neutral category. It skips somewhat strong. Somewhat strong only comes up in crazy threes, which we haven't got to yet. And that's where each card is a different element. So what happens here is this element has been submerged somewhat. And in this case, what it is this element is sort of being ignored. So what happens is too much emphasis on, this is high altitude love, by the way. So this might be an infatuation situation with something or someone, where what it is too much emphasis. There's a bit of an overemphasis on feelings of pure love and enjoying the gifts of the moment, which are ignoring aspects of leaving and cleaving. The Lover's card, because it's marriage, and if you read the scriptures in Genesis, there's many scriptures, world religions, but let's go with this one, which talks very explicitly about marriage. You leave and cleave. And this is often associated with swords, and there's swords in the background. It's kind of hard to see. And so there's cutting away. It's about making choices. So part of it is, in this situation, there's too much of an embrace of everything without a discernment about things that need to be chopped off. So here we have a little bit of infatuation going on that's not being very realistic and about cutting away things. This is about integration, but it requires solva et coagula. These are alchemical cards, this one, and art or temperance. In temperance, you're bringing disparate parts together. In this, you're bringing things together by getting rid of things that are extraneous. So what happens is, this is a situation where maybe, like, say, with a program that I'm doing at work or something like this, or, you know, we often think of persons. It could even be an idea, maybe, you know, a project that I want to propose or something like that. And maybe I'm being way too idealistic about this and not realizing, you know, sometimes in order to get more done, you got to get rid of things. Get rid of the extraneous. So an overemphasis on some of the higher altitude, because these are way up in the clouds. These are not even aimed at people. This is like love with love, you know, kind of stuff. There is an unrealistic understanding of what's going on that requires looking at what need a discernment, because discernment is a sword. And that's what this card does. A lot of it was with choice. So that's kind of the angle that would happen here. Now, with two of a kind flank, and when you have a contrary, it's really exaggerated. So here we have 4 of cups, luxury, 6 of wands, excuse me, victory, and 8 of cups, indolence. Ooh, this is a really good one. I wish I could say I planned this. So they both go strong because they like each other, and this one goes way down to the contrary. Okay, see how that went? Now this one's really good. Let me show you. I wish I could say I planned this, but I didn't. Here it is. Overemphasis on feeling good about things and putting off responsibility in things that you should be doing is keeping you from getting ahead in life. Isn't that cute? See, here, the overemphasis, this is where someone, where you say to someone, you're kind of controlling, and they go, no, I'm not. Never me. I'm not controlling. Do you really believe an answer like that? Of course not. This is a situation where a person is really being way too receptive and mellow and reactive, and couch potatoes going on here. Maybe this is a fair to launch situation, which could be literally from living in your parents' home to just not getting off your duff and doing more with your life, maybe an exercise routine, and it's keeping you from getting the success you want in life. So this is kind of how two of a kind flanks work, and again, seeing how that works. And the idea here is the correction when you start getting into either the neutral or the contrary overemphasis aspects. Usually, remember, not always, you got to be intuitive about this, because this is the key card. You want to get at this, is that you've been paying too much attention here, so you need to look at changing these aspects to bring that one up. With the two of a kind near, where these drop, unless they're a foundational piece, which means you have to exercise both of those to get that, or they're commingled, so you sort of have to do everything. But if it's dropped down here, you're doing this to bring, you're doing this to unlock these and bring them up. But here, you're dealing with these to bring this up. It's a different kind of dynamic. And so knowing those relationships, those interrelationships, is crucial when looking at two of a kinds. See you back for crazy threes, and that's going to be wild.